Welcome back to ScaleUp Radio Shorts. I'm Kevin Brent Carr.
And I'm Granger Forson.
As always, we are brought to you by Smart 90, the proven 90-day execution system designed to help you scale your business with focus and clarity.
And today, Kevin, we are diving into one of the absolute fundamentals of the entrepreneurial scale-up system. We are looking at the people pillar. Specifically, we're unpacking the theme of understanding what drives your people.
This is a big one, Granger. You know, as business owners, we love to talk about strategy. We love marketing. We love systems. But the reality is scaling up isn't just about those things. It is fundamentally about people.
Absolutely. Your team is your most valuable asset. But let's be honest, they are also your most complex asset. And I think the core message of this month's theme booklet is something that hits home for a lot of founders. What drives you probably isn't what drives them.
That's exactly it. We often see founders getting frustrated. They feel baffled that a team member didn't get it, or they're annoyed that someone reacts differently to Pecurisa than they do. But this booklet reminds us that miscommunication and friction usually don't stem from a lack of capability. They stem from misalignment.
Right. It's that classic mistake of assuming everyone thinks like you do. So, to fix this, the booklet introduces a framework that we use at BizSmart called the ESUS DISC model. But, Kevin, we don't use the dry corporate terms. We use birds to make it memorable.
We do. It helps teams connect with the concept without the jargon. So let's walk the listeners through these 4 birds, because understanding these styles is the key to unlocking performance for two.
Let's do it. Who's first?
First up, we have the Falcon. This corresponds to the D or dominant style in DISC. Falcons are fast, focused, and driven. They are decisive leaders who aim for results. They love a challenge and hate wasting time.
I know a few Falcons.
I'm sure you do. Their strengths are being bold and goal-oriented, but their challenge is that they can come across as blunt or impatient. If you're leading a Falcon, you need to be direct, outcome-focused, and keep things moving fast.
Got it. Then we have the Cockatoo. This is the I, or influence style. These are your energetic, social, optimistic team members. They bring the energy to the room.
They do. They are great at connecting with others, but they might lose interest if things get too bogged down in detail or routine. To lead a cockatoo effectively, you need to keep things upbeat and publicly acknowledge their input. They are motivated by recognition and interaction.
Okay, moving to the steadier side of the flock, we have the dove.
The dove is the S or steadiness style, loyal, calm, dependable. These people value harmony and consistency. They are the glue in a lot of teams.
But I imagine they struggle with the chaos of a rapid scale-up.
They can. Doves often avoid confrontation and resist rapid change if it feels unsafe. They are motivated by security and appreciation. So if you're leading a dove, you need to provide stability and show genuine care.
And finally, the owl.
The owl is the C or conscientiousness style, analytical, detail-focused, careful. They want to do things the right way. They love systems and precision.
And presumably they clash with the Falcons, who just want it done now.
Exactly. Owls can overanalyze or struggle with ambiguity. They are motivated by accuracy and structure. You have to give them clear instructions and respect their need for details.
What I love about this model, Kevin, is that it isn't just a gimmick. We had Steve Bulwell-Fox on ScaleUp Radio recently, and he talked about how they use these styles, red, green, blue, yellow, to build trust. He said it wasn't about putting people in boxes, but celebrating the blue or celebrating the red.
That's a crucial distinction. It's about creating a common language. When you understand that someone isn't being difficult, they're just an owl asking for necessary detail, it changes the emotional dynamic completely.
There is a great mini case study in the booklet that illustrates this perfectly. It's about a founder and an operations manager named Sarah.
Yes, this is a classic scenario. The founder is a blend of Falcon and Cockatoo, big vision, quick decisions, high energy. Sarah is an owl, methodical, accurate, focused on propriety.
I can see the friction already. The founder thinks Sarah is moving too slow. Sarah thinks the founder is reckless.
Exactly. Tension builds. But once they did a style mapping session, the founder realized Sarah didn't lack passion. She needed a structured handover and clarity on priorities to do her best work. Once the founder adjusted how they briefed her, Sarah flourished and delivery actually got faster.
That's the irony, isn't it? By slowing down to respect the style, you speed up the execution.
Spot on. And this applies heavily to hiring too. Granger, what's the biggest mistake we see founders make when hiring?
It's hiring in their own image, the mini-me syndrome.
Correct. If you're a falcon, you instinctively click with other falcons. But if you fill a room with falcons, you have a lot of pace, but no one to steady the plan or stabilize the culture. You need balance. A visionary cockatoo needs owls to help with delivery.
It really highlights that diversity of style is a competitive advantage. But let's talk about the day-to-day. How does this help with delegation? Because we know entrepreneurs struggle to let go.
Well, you can't delegate the same way to everyone. Falcons want autonomy. Tell them the goal and just get out of their way. But if you do that to an owl, they might feel unsupported. Owls want clear instructions. Doves need the assurance that you're on their side.
And cockatoos?
Cockatoos love brainstorming. They want to be involved and have visibility. If you just hand them a spreadsheet and walk away, they'll disengage.
This also plays into motivation. The booklet makes a strong point that as founders, we are wired for performance and often assume money or status drives everyone.
That is a trap. Motivation is personal. Some people value security above all else. Others want connection or learning. You have to ask them simple questions like, what part of your role energizes you, or what does success mean to you right now, can unlock that discretionary effort.
I want to touch on conflict before we wrap up. The booklet gives an example of a dove in a leadership role managing a falcon. That sounds tricky.
It is. The dove leader values harmony and might hesitate to challenge the falcon, fearing it will damage the relationship. Meanwhile, the falcon interprets that careful approach as indecision.
So how do they fix it?
Understanding style bridges the gap. The dove needs to understand that clear doesn't mean confrontational, and the falcon needs to recognize that taking time to reflect leads to better outcomes. Using the bird language helps depersonalize it. It shifts the conflict from tension to trust.
It's powerful stuff. So Kevin, for our listeners who want to put this into practice immediately, the booklet suggests a 90-minute activity called the Team Style Map. How does that work?
It's very practical. Step 1, gather your data. Use DISC assessments or just simply self-identify based on the bird descriptions we discussed. Second step, draw a simple 2x2 grid with the 4 birds and place your team members in their quadrants. And step 3 is reflection. Look at the grid. Is everyone in the falcon box? Do you have no doves? Are people in roles that don't match their style?
And step 4?
Take action. Pick one thing you'll change for each person: how you brief them, how you recognize them, or how you run meetings with them.
Simple but effective.
Absolutely. As Paul Miller from Cornish Accounting said on our show, he realized he was a starter who didn't finish things, so he needed finishers around him. That insight alone built a better business for him.
It really comes down to self-awareness.
It does. Ask yourself, what is my dominant bird? Where does it help and where does it hinder? If you put people first and understand their drivers, your business will grow faster and healthier.
A great place to leave it. Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, Granger.
That wraps up this episode of ScaleUp Radio Shorts on the People Pillar. We hope this gives you a new lens to view your team through this week. As a reminder, you can find out more about the entrepreneurial scale-up system and everything we do at smart90.co.uk.
And one final thing from me. We know that understanding people is just one part of the puzzle. Execution is another. If you'd like to stay focused and actually deliver on your plans each week, why don't you try our new AI accountability tool, Smart90 Lite? It's free while we're testing it. Just email me, Kevin, at biz-smart.co.uk, and I'll send you a link.
See you next time.